Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. So I am just giving you the permission to unmute yourself. Good afternoon, kids.
Good
Are you able to?
afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon. Good afternoon. So after a lot of educational sessions, lot of gyan, today again we are here with an interactive session. And today you are going to learn something which is very, very important in your life, which you have in you, but you don't know that you have in you. And that is confidence. You have everything inside you, but you need just a small push from someone like Dr. Madhavi to tell you that yes, you have it in you. So let me introduce Dr. Madhavi to you. Thank you so much for coming here, ma'am. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Lucknow Gavels Club meeting. And my kids are very eager to meet you. Thank you so much. So how are you doing, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm well. I'm
Okay.
well. I just traveled yesterday and came today to give session to kids.
Okay. So see the conviction, children. I mean, after traveling, after being so tired, even then, ma'am is here because decision made, right? Okay. So let me introduce Dr. Madhvi to you all quickly. Now, Dr. Madhvi is a dentist. So we have so many dentists with us, right? Garima ma'am is a dentist, Dr. Suryadeep is a dentist, and Madhvi ma'am is a dentist. So, dentist loves, all the dentists in the world love kids because they are their favorite clients, right? Okay. And she's a meditation teacher. She's an NLP practitioner.
Role model is my role model is Anandi Gopal Rao Joshi and my mom.
Okay, nice. Very good. Who's going to answer next?
Can I?
May I?
Yes. Sure.
I'm Reef. My favorite color is black and blue, and my role model is Surbhi ma'am.
Surbhi ma'am. Wow. Yes. Next.
Ma'am, can I?
Yeah. Arnav?
Yes, so my name is Arnav Krishna and my favorite color is yellow and my role model is Albert Einstein.
Arnav, can you sit a little more straight? I'm not able to see your face. Yeah, very good, very good. Next, Aradhya.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Radha Singh, and my favorite color is red. My role model is my sister.
You're on mute, Aradhya. We didn't hear your role model. Yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Aradhya Singh. My favorite color is red, and my role model is my sister.
Very good. Next, GV Reed, somebody. I'm not getting the full name. You can unmute. GV Reed.
May I?
Yeah. Pavni, yes.
My name is Pavni Rastogi.
Yeah.
My favorite color is black and lavender. And my role model is my mom.
Very good. Krutika has answered?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Kritika Reddy and my favorite color is violet and black. And my role model is my mom, my dad, my brother, and myself.
Very good, Kritika.
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, Trisha.
My name is Trisha and my favorite color is violet and red. And my role model is Toastmaster Surbhi ma'am and my mom.
Very good, Surbhi ma'am and mom.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Dhriti? Yeah.
Ma'am, Aswini.
Yes.
Ma'am, my name is Triti. My favorite color is purple. My favorite color is yellow. And my role model is Surbhi ma'am and Dr. Albert Einstein.
Okay. Yeah, Dhriti, you can answer now.
Ma'am, my name is Triti. My favorite color is purple and my role.
Very good. Anybody else?
And can I?
Yes, Anushka. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Myself, Anushka Sharma. My favorite color is black and red. And my role model is my sister. Thank you.
Very good, Anushka. Yes.
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, Arnav.
Good morning, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah.
My name is Mirza Mavia Beg.
Mhm.
My favorite color is yellow, and my role model is my mom.
Okay, very good. Dhriti is over, no? Yashika, I think. Anybody else? Is everyone over? Krutika is over. Yes, you can unmute yourself and tell. Askini, I'm not able to spell the name, sorry. I think everyone is over. Yashika. GVS Kimi or someone, like anybody wants to unmute and introduce yourself?
I think we are done with all the
Done. Okay, very good. So let us all clap for ourselves. We have introduced ourselves, our role models. Can I see everyone? Yeah, gallery view. Yes, clap yourself. It'll be nice if I can see everyone's faces. Clap loudly. We'll do rain claps. You all know rain claps? How it starts raining? Slowly it starts drizzling drop by drop. Then it will start pouring. Then downpouring rain. So do with fingers. With one finger. One finger clap. Only with one finger. Then 2 fingers. Now it started drizzling heavily. Now 3 fingers. 4 fingers. Now it started raining actually. And 5 fingers. Yes, that is a Josh. Now all of you are looking very confident. And I love this look and smile on your face. Wonderful, wonderful children. So today our topic is about confidence, no? But I can already see confidence in all of you. No, now I'm thinking, what is that I should teach? Okay, very good. So now I want to ask, how many of you are really not feeling that confident inside you, inside yourself? You can just raise your hand. Because now everybody are feeling the same thing. Or is it because one is raising the hand, everyone are raising? Okay. So I want to ask you, what is that that's stopping you from being confident? You can unmute and answer. What is that stopping you from being confident? What exactly is that? Yeah, many people. Yeah.
Is it nervousness?
Yeah, nervousness. Yes, nervousness.
Is it nervous?
Okay.
Can I tell?
Yes, Krutika, you can answer.
I stop confidence, like there's some fear, like if people judge me, then what is
Yes.
that? I feel that fear. So whenever I go on stage, like when I need to say a speech, so I'll be like, my legs are moving and my hands are shaking, my heartbeat is fast. Like now I'm even talking, my heartbeat is fast.
Okay.
Can I tell?
Yes, you can unmute and tell.
Ma'am, fear of saying something wrong or being a part of a laughing stock. Kind of.
It might be something wrong or something like that. You're having fear of that, whether you're going wrong. Amina?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, unconfidence means I'm also, my hands are shivering right now. So when we go to stage or some fear type, when we think that somebody will judge us, and with that when we have confidence low, so we hesitate more. And we start means forgetting our speech, story, whatever we say, and that's what confidence.
Okay, Dhriti, you want to say something? Dhriti, you want to say something? Anybody else want to tell something?
Ma'am, may I?
Yeah, sure.
So whenever we are feeling like low in confidence, whenever we are hesitant to speak, we are having glossophobia inside, the fear of stage. Although we are like virtually meeting everyone and not physically, but we all have that. What will the other person think? Will my voice go, or will it reach, or whatever what I'm trying to say, will they understand? So this keeps us like pulling back from whatever we want to tell.
Okay, okay. Yashika, you want to say something?
Yes, miss. The thing that makes us nervous is that, ma'am, we think that that we will not say anything wrong, and like if anyone will feel that that is not speaking nice or this type of.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, may I?
Isha, yeah, you can.
Ma'am, nervousness, hesitation,
So nervousness, everybody are having that nervousness and tension, and hands are shivering, trembling, and all
Yes,
those things.
ma'am.
Everybody are saying the same thing. Yeah, Arisha.
Yes, ma'am. Nervousness is something that we feel in our own. We feel that we will say something which is not in our script, or we will say something wrong, or something will happen bad. But this nervousness will lead to making the things we are thinking true. If we are nervous, we just feel like we will say something wrong, and with nervousness we actually say something wrong with nervousness. Thank you.
Okay. Aradhya, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. We'll just crowd. If we'll see lot of crowd, so we are nervous and we do something wrong in our speech.
Okay. So almost everybody are saying the same thing, that you all are feeling nervous when you go in front of the audience and your hands are shivering and trembling. So today we'll see what are the techniques which can help us to come out of that. Surbi, I think you should make me host or something. I'm not able to share the screen now. Okay. You can see my screen? No?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, now?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
visible.
Okay, so welcome for today's seminar about confidence building. I hope you can see the screen, okay? So now most of you have told me that you have fear when you go and stand on the stage facing the public, hands are shivering. So first let us understand what is this fear. Fear is nothing but it's just a thought in your mind. So first we should try to know what is that fear about. Public speaking has two words. One is public, other one is speaking. So what is it your fear of? Is it your fear of facing the public? Or are you having fear of speaking? Just reflect back and see. These two are two different words. Are you really fear of facing the public? That is the group, the crowd, and that is why you're not able to speak. Or are you really scared of speaking? Because these two are different fears. When I reflected back, to myself, when I saw, when I had fear of public speaking, I came to know that I was scared of speaking. I was able to face the public, but I was scared of speaking. Sometimes you will be scared of public, sometimes you will be scared of speaking, and sometimes both. So first we need to analyze why we are fearing? What is that fear due to? Is it public or is it speaking? Now, even though you have world's best speech, there will be 1% of public who will not agree to your point, or who is going to criticize you, who will make fun of your point. In case you are afraid of speaking, that means you are not clear with the content of your speech, or you are not confident about the language which you are speaking. Say, for example, you are giving speech in English. So this could be the reason. Now, to learn any skill and master any skill, we have two things. One is the mindset, other one is the skill set. Okay. First, we will see the mindset. What is the required mindset which we require to be confident, one, to become a very good public speaker or a great public speaker? So first one is curious. Be curious to learn things. Have that curiosity always. And be curious about your experience also when you're speaking, when you're giving speech in public. Say, for example, your hands are even shivering. You're not feeling good standing at stage. You're feeling inferior. So make a point of all those experiences, what you're facing while speaking. So the next one is acceptance. And accept, it is okay. You're having fear of public speaking. Accept that. Don't hesitate, because whatever you resist in your mind, that will persist. If you keep thinking that I have fear of public speaking, I'm not able to speak well, and if you keep resisting and hating yourself, then you can't grow in your life. Maybe you have made a mistake, or maybe you're not good in English, maybe you're not good in speaking effectively. So whatever it is, whatever flaws you have in you, first accept. Only when you accept, then you will be able to take action. If you can't accept, your mind gets disturbed and you won't be able to take action. So action comes only after acceptance. The third one is kindness. Be kind and compassionate towards you. You must have that compassion towards you. That is, the self-love should be there. Only when you accept yourself and have that self-love, then only we can start growing in our life and be more creative and more innovative in our speeches. And next one is letting go. Letting go means, now see, as you all told, I'm getting scared by standing in front of the audience, or my hands are shivering, or my palms are sweating, and I'm not feeling good. So all those negative feelings, whatever is there, learn to let go all those negative feelings. Only when we learn to let go of all the negative feelings, then we can learn many new things. If you are lingering with your fears in your mind, if you're holding on to the fears or any other anxiety or stress, then you're not giving chance for your mind to explore new things. So letting go is the biggest secret of success. Next, non-judging. Be a non-judgmental mind. Have that non-judging mind. Don't label yourself, oh, I'm not a good speaker, or she's speaking better than me, or he's speaking better than me. I'm not getting good ideas, new ideas. So don't blame yourself. When you're with non-judgmental mind, then only you can go ahead in your life. Next is patience. Have patience. See, if you want to build an ordinary building, it will hardly take 1 or 2 years. But if you want to build a big monument like Taj Mahal or Qutub Minar or something, it will take long time, right? So if you just want to give one speech, fine, it will take hardly few days or weeks to practice. But if you want to become that speaker who wants to make a impact in the public or bring a change in the society, if you want to reach to that stage, then you should have patience. Yes, somebody raised their hand. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I was saying that Rome was not built in a day, but one day Rome was built. So that is why we should.
One day Rome was built. Yes. I'm talking like if you want to build a big monument, see like Taj Mahal or Qutub Minar or big monument is different. It takes years together to build. So that happens by daily practice. For that, we need to have patience. See, Qutub Minar was, Taj Mahal was built long back, but we just even appreciate today when we go to Taj Mahal, when we see that monument, we just wonder how this is built, how this architecture was designed, isn't it? So if we want to become a public speaker who can bring a change in society, who can influence the society, who can bring a change in the nation, if you want to reach to that stage, then you must have patience, because that can't happen overnight. The next one is trust. Believe in yourself. Yes, I can do it. First, everything starts with the belief in your mind. And the last golden key point is beginner's mind. Always learn to have this beginner's mind and not the expert mindset. Beginner's mind, no matter how you grow, how a great public speaker you become, or how many other awards you get, when you're in the beginner's mindset, you will keep learning every time the new things in your life. And you keep giving speeches in different perspectives. You will be able to be a very good host, not only giving us speeches. So beginner's mindset, if you have, you'll be curious to learn new things. All the 7 points which I told previously, you'll be able to accept yourself. You'll be able to let go all the negative thoughts or emotions. You become more patient, you trust yourself, and you become non-judging. Now coming to the skill set for public speaking, which we have already seen in the previous workshops, that is storytelling, pauses and intonation, vocal variety, body language. These are all the skill sets which we are supposed to learn, which we have learned in we have already learned in the previous workshop. Now it is very easy to learn the skill set which is required for public speaking, but it takes a long time for the mindset, to learn the mindset, to culture and nurture that mindset which is required to become a great public speaker and influence people through your stories, through your thoughts, through your ideas. So that is the mindset, and this is the skill set. Now these are the zones which you are talking about. This is a very important thing which we have to know. In comfort zone, we feel that we are safe and we are in control. Next comes to the fear zone. When you want to learn any new skill, you come to the next zone, that is the fear zone. That is where you feel that maybe this is not for me, public speaking is not for me, where you lack self-confidence, where you find excuses, where you're affected by others' opinions, like how you were telling that, the next zone is the learning zone, the third zone, where you deal with the challenges and problems on the way of learning a new skill. Say for public speaking, maybe few people have challenge in their body language, and few people might have challenge in their language learning, and few people might face problems in vocal variety. So acquire new skills in the learning zone. This is the third zone. You learn new skills dealing with challenges and problems. So how do you deal with challenge and problems is when you see the problem as a game or as an adventure, then you don't think it's a problem, because in game, you never find any problems. You are always focusing on the game 100% and you enjoy the game thoroughly. So that is how we must learn how to deal with challenges and problems. And the fourth one is the growth zone. That is where you set the new goals, where you start living your dreams, where you find the purpose. Like, what is the purpose of my life? If I become a public speaker, how should I influence the people? Should I become a teacher, or should I become a coach? Should I become a trainer? Or should you start a new business? That is all comes in the long-term dreams, long-term goals. So first is the comfort zone. This is the fear zone, learning zone, the 4 steps. Okay, so far everyone has understood the mindset required, the skill set, and the 4 zones. These are the very, very important things which we have to learn. So you all like to listen to a story? How many of you like stories? Very good. You know, I'll tell you the story of Krishna and Balram. Yeah, somebody has raised the hand. Swastik or someone. Okay, you know Krishna and Balram, when they were very young, they were crossing one forest and becomes dark. And then Krishna tells, okay, I'll sleep for some time. Balram, you be as a security guard and see that no animal come and attack us. For midnight 12 o'clock, till midnight 12 o'clock. After midnight 12 o'clock, Krishna will tell you sleep, then I will be awake. So they both agree to that condition. And first Krishna will sleep and Balram will be awake. And at night 10 o'clock, Balram will hear a loud noise. And he'll come back and he'll see a big monster. And Balram will get very scared, you know, seeing that monster. And he will not know what to do. And as he gets trembled and with fear, the monster is growing in size. It's growing double in size. The more Balram was going into more fear, it became 10 times taller and came very close to Balram. And Balram got so scared that he became unconscious. And he screamed loudly and then became unconscious. Then Krishna gets up with this sound of Balram. And then Krishna will see this monster. And he'll ask that monster, what is it you want? And then monster will decrease in size. Why are you here? Then again, monster will get scared and decrease little more in size. Why did you come here? Then again, Krishna will ask. Then that monster will again decrease in size and finally it will become 2 inches in size. And then Krishna will take that monster and put in his pocket. And early morning, Balram gets up and he'll see Krishna and he'll ask, Krishna, you saw them yesterday night, there was a monster. I got so scared, you know. And then Krishna coolly, he takes up this monster from the pocket and he'll ask, is it this monster? Then he said, yeah, how come it's in your pocket? And then Krishna will laugh at him and he'll say that. So same thing happens in life. When you fear, what happens is, you know, all your fears will start growing double in size, 10, 10x, 20x, 30, 40, 50x. So when you start questioning your fear, what is this fear in me? Is it fear of public? Is it fear of speaking? What exactly is it? Is it fear of English? Is it fear of language? Fear of body language? Fear of vocal variety? Then you will get answers at the same time. You will be able to face the fear and the fear comes down and will be bigger. Fear becomes smaller. So remember, whenever you go to the public speaking stage or even in Toastmasters, any skill, whenever you're facing fear, learn to question, what is this fear? Why am I fearing? What should I do next in order to face the fear? Running away from fear will not help you. It's not going to help you. Or just ignoring that fear also is not going to help you. You have to learn to face the fear, face the challenges. Okay. So where were we? Okay. So this is the main 4 zones which we have to learn. Okay, now I'll share how to speak confidently. So I will share today only 3 techniques, okay? Because so that these 3 techniques are main techniques and we have to be very clear with these techniques. The first one is mind mapping. Second one is little bit of warm-ups. And third one is the turtle technique. So these three techniques, if you learn and just practice it every day, and even 1 hour before you could go and give a speech, then it will be very, very useful for you. So what is mind mapping? Mind mapping is just make a map of whatever your speech is. Say for example, now, this is a mind mapping. With your favorite colors, you can make a speech. This is the center topic, whatever you're giving right here. And make them sub branches, like how you're opening the speech. First, you relax, take a deep breath inside, and then you introduce yourself. How we are going to introduce, you can draw another branch. Okay. Now, the second thing is the main content. What are you going to say in main content? Write your personal story or your experience or some global authority, anybody you're going to share about any story, and data. Data means any research or fact or figures. Like say, I'm talking about public speaking. Out of 10 people, 8 people have fear of public speaking. So that is data, some research or something like that. Then coming to the core message this side. What is the core message you want to give? Either with quotes or you're adding value, or what are your learnings, your outcome. So add here in this branch. And the last one is conclusion branch. You can have with your signature ending or call to action, something like this. You want to add another branch also, you can add. So basically this mind mapping will give you that clarity in your content. When you learn to draw mind mapping, you make it more colorful with all your favorite colors. Make it more colorful. And if you learn to draw this mind mapping for every speech, even for your subjects, for your exams, it becomes very easy to remember. And once you're clear with your content, then you will not have fear in public speaking. If you learn to practice this technique. Okay, next one is little bit of warm-ups. And this is the new technique which is called turtle technique. Okay, we'll see this video and then we'll start with the warm-ups. Warm-ups, and I will teach you the turtle technique today.
Today, we are going to look at a story that is going to be familiar to my students. All right, my friends, we are going to look at a Tucker Turtle story. And we're going to look at the Tucker Turtle technique again, because we are talking about self-control and stopping to think and come up with good solutions. And that is what the Tucker Turtle technique is all about. So this is a different story than the rest. This Tucker Turtle takes time to tuck and think at home. So I want you to review the Tucker Turtle technique in the story, and then after the story, I want you to go and teach the big people in your house this technique that we have learned at school, so that you guys can practice it at home when you need to take time to think before you make a choice. All right? So Tucker Turtle takes time at home, a scripted story to assist with teaching the turtle technique by Rochelle Lentini, Lindsay N. Euro, and Mary Louise Hemeder. Tucker Turtle is a terrific turtle. He lives with his family in a small pond. Hi, I'm Tucker. Sometimes things happen that make Tucker really mad. You can't play with us. That makes me mad. It's time to stop playing and get ready for dinner. That makes me mad. It used to be that when Tucker got mad, he would hit, kick, or yell at his family and friends. His family and friends would get sad and scared. Tucker now knows a new way to stay calm when he gets mad. He can stop yelling and keep his hands and body to himself. He can tuck inside his shell and take 3 deep breaths. Tucker can then think of a solution to solve his problem. When Tucker stops and thinks, his body is calm and feels better. When he uses gentle touches and kind words with his family and friends, they feel happy and safe. Tucker's family practices stopping and thinking together using Tucker's new way to calm down. Goodbye. This is a page of ideas for your parents. What the turtle technique is like, feeling something like mad, or it might be disappointed or frustrated or overwhelmed, right? So step 1 is recognizing your feelings. Step 2 is to stop your body, right? You keep your body and your words to yourself. Step 3 is to tuck inside your shell. You can do that literally by tucking down on the ground, by going someplace else, or just taking a minute by yourself, right? And then you take 3 deep breaths. And if you still are feeling upset, and after your 3 deep breaths, you might need to take some more, and that's okay. When you are doing your turtle technique, you can take as many deep breaths as you need to be able to think. Then step 4 is when you are calm and ready to think. You come shell and think of a solution. All right, my friends, go teach this to the big people in your house and keep practicing those strategies that will help you to control your impulses and make good choices. Make it a great day.
Yeah, so all of you got it, turtle technique. So whenever turtle is very confused, you have seen no turtle's friend telling, don't come and play with us. At home, everybody is shouting. And then turtle goes mad and don't know what to do. It's confused. So what the turtle does, it goes inside itself and take 3 deep breaths, and then the mind becomes calm. So this is the turtle technique. See what happens usually, sometimes in our life, either our friends have teased us, or they made us fun of us, or teachers have shouted, or parents have shouted, or something else has happened which you are feeling very sad. All those emotions are there in your mind. Its data is collected in your mind. It's already there. So your emotions determine your behavior, your vocal variety, your speech. No matter however you practice your speech, but all these past memories will determine your speech. So for that, we need to have very good quality thoughts in our mind. If you want to become a good public speaker, we need to have a very good quality thoughts. But what happens, all these negative thoughts are filled in the mind. So how do you come out of these negative thoughts is through turtle technique. So before doing turtle technique, we'll do little bit of warm-ups so that you can go deep in turtle technique, and then your mind becomes calm, clear, and you can give the speech also in a calm and composed way. Okay, let's all stand up, because if you want to appear confident, then you're done. No, body language is 55%, vocal variety is 38, on content is 7. So let's all stand up and do a little bit of warm up for 2 minutes, just 2 minutes. Okay. So now shake out all your stress, whatever stress you have. Shake, 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 shake. Shake out all your stress, tension, fear of public speaking, fear of public, what people will think about me. My hands are shivering, all the negative emotions. Shake, shake from top to bottom. Yes, yes, yes. Shake, shake, shake. Take out all those negative thoughts, emotions, everything. And yes. Okay. Slowly stretch your head towards your right side. Now left side. How much ever you can stretch. Now right side, left side. Third time again, right side and left side. Okay. Now we'll do something called as clock exercise. Okay. Stretch your arms like this. So how the clock will run? Like this, right? So like that we'll do 5 times with right hand, 5 times with left hand. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now again left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cross your hands. Cross your hands. Let the right hand come up and left hand down. Now again left hand come up, right hand down. Yes. And hug yourself. Love yourself. Have compassion to yourself. Say, I love myself. I'm very good. I'm very kind. I'm compassionate. Yes. Very good. Again, go back deep, take deep. Breathe out and come slowly and hug yourself with full of love, compassion, kindness, the trust, and release. Okay. So minimum this 2 minutes you have to do actually. Okay. Today we don't have that much of time. So minimum of that physical activity you need so that your body language appears good and you appear confident. Sometimes we are so busy in practicing the speech content only that body language, whereas your body speaks more than your content, right? If I tell very tiredly, you know, today I'm going to give a speech about public speaking, how to be confident. You know, you all should do physical exercise, and also breathing is very important. If I tell like this, am I sounding confident? No. For that, just relax all these parts of the body, especially your upper part of body plays the head and neck till the shoulders. They play a very huge role. Your hand gestures, all those things. So do a little bit of physical activity and then go to breathing exercise. Today I will teach you 2 breathing exercise. One is when you have a lot of fear, do this breathing exercise. This is the turtle technique. The other breathing exercise when you're confused a lot, so that there will be clarity in mind. Okay, first we'll do turtle technique. We'll take 8 long deep breaths inside and breathe out. How do you do that is, place your right palm on your chest. Place your right palm on your chest and the left one on the navel. Okay, I'm standing, you all sit. See, left one should be in the navel. Okay. Sit straight. Sit straight, close your eyes. Take long, deep breath inside. Breathe in, breathe in. Fill your lungs with oxygen and fill your stomach also with oxygen. And slowly breathe out. Breathe in again slowly. And breathe out. Take long, deep breath in. Fill your lungs, chest with air and stomach also. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Last time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. Keep your eyes closed and observe your mind now. Observe your thoughts, your feelings. Become aware of the noises which are around you. Any other noises in your house? Become aware of your thoughts in your mind, whether good thoughts or bad thoughts. Welcome all the thoughts. Don't fight with your thoughts. Then become aware of your feelings. How are you feeling now in your heart? Take long, deep breath inside and breathe out slowly. Take another long, deep breath inside and breathe out completely. Slowly and gradually, you can open your eyes. So how are you feeling? You can, if it's good, you can tell it's good. If it's not good, you can tell like this. Okay, so this is the best way to calm your mind. This is the turtle technique which you have seen. Turtle will go inside and then take long, deep breaths. It's not only 3 breaths, you can go up to 8 to 10 long, deep breaths. Now, thing which you should remember is your outgoing breath should be 2 seconds longer. Say for example, if you're breathing for 4 seconds inside, your outgoing breath should be 6 seconds, 2 seconds longer. If you're taking 3 seconds breathing inside, then it should be 5 seconds outgoing breath. Okay, this is the turtle technique. So whenever you're confused, whenever you're very tensed, before going to the stage, do a little bit of warm-ups and do this 8 to 10 deep breathings, turtle technique. This will help you to come out, to give that clarity in mind, and you'll become calm, clear, composed, and you'll be with confidence. Now, another breathing technique is called as Bhastrika. Bhastrika means forceful breathing. This is a Sanskrit word. Bhastrika means forceful. So this will help you to come out of your confusion. Place your palms like this, folded palms like this next to your shoulders. Okay. Now when I say in, breathe forcefully and lift your palms up and open your palms like this. When I say out, breathe out and bring your palms down and close your fist. Okay. Breathing in and lifting your hands should be simultaneously and open your palms. Breathing out and bringing your hands down should go. Is it clear? Okay, we'll do one trial round. Okay. Okay, you should close your eyes and do. Okay. Breathe in. Lift your hands up. Open your palms. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. And relax. When I say relax, keep your palms open to the ceiling on your thighs. On your thighs. Your palms should be on your knees, on your thighs. Okay, that is relax. We have to do 10 times 3 rounds actually. You got the idea, no? Bhastrika, how you should do. Bhastrika will clear all the doubts, all that confusion, whatever you have. This is very important, not only in your public speaking, also it helps in increasing your immunity at this time. Okay, ready? Close your eyes and we'll do it with a 100%. Keep your palms near your shoulders. Okay. Let us close our eyes. Take deep breath inside and breathe out. And with force, in. Breathe in and lift your hands up and open your palms. Out. In. 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 Out. And relax. Keep your palms on your thighs, on your knees, and observe your breath now. Okay, we'll go for second round. Keep loose fists near your shoulders. Let us close our eyes. Keep your back straight, head straight. Take long, deep breath and take another long breath inside and breathe out completely. And with force in, lift your hands up, breathe in, open your palms out. Bring your palms down, close your palms. Okay. In, out. Breathe in, lift your hands up, open your palms out. Breathe out and bring your palms down, close. In, out, 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 and relax. Keep your palms on your thighs, on your knees, and observe your breath. Keep your eyes closed and observe your breath. Observe your thoughts in your mind. Observe your feelings. So slowly and gradually, you can open your eyes.
Today, we are going to look at a story.
So how was it? You can show if it's good, you can show like this. Okay. So clarity in mind, purity in heart, and sincerity in action is the right formula for success. You must have that clarity in your mind when you're speaking, and purity in heart. Be good in your heart, and sincerity in action. So there is nothing called failure, even though you have not done good at your speech or any other subject or exam or anything. We always think I have failed. No, I'm not able to grow higher. So it is all how you take the failure. There's nothing called failure. It's only the feedback. So whenever you're feeling bad that I didn't do well, take it as a feedback, not as a failure. All the persons whom you told no as a role model in the beginning, all those people, not that they didn't face any failure in their life, they have taken it as feedback and they've gone to the next level in life, and that is how they are able to be confident in life, and they become a role model for you. So all the best for your next speech. So your success depends on your own efforts. So with this, I like to thank Surabhi ma'am for giving me this opportunity. So we learn many more techniques in next workshop.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madhvi ma'am. It was amazing. It was like even I feel so calm and relaxed right now after doing all the things which you told. I was doing every activity which you were sharing. And I can bet children must have really learned a lot today. And this is one thing which we don't in schools also. One thing which is not told to kids is to calm down. The technique of calming down, reflecting on your mistakes is never told, never shared with kids. And yes, very well said, ma'am. There are no failures, only feedbacks. There are no mistakes, only lessons. So either you earn a prize, you earn a praise, or you learn. Either you earn or you learn. There is no failure, right? So, and very nicely explained, ma'am, mind mapping, warm up, turtle. This turtle technique was a new technique which I got to learn today. And I'm going to share with my kids more often. I'm going to remind them more often because they have learned a very good technique today. Thank you so much, Madhvi ma'am, for your valuable time. So we will quickly take last few minutes. We will take questions from the kids. If there is any, yes, children, if there is any question, which you would like to ask Madhvi ma'am? If I can answer, I will, or Madhvi ma'am can answer. Yes, Kritika.
Yes, yeah, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible, child.
So there is one question to me, that how to stop those negative thoughts. Like my parents told me to write in the books positive thoughts, like read books, see motivational videos, but still those negative thoughts comes in.
The nature of our mind is only to retain negative things. It's not remember positive, it remembers only the negative. That is the nature of our mind. So we need to take out that negative thoughts. We need to erase that. That is why I taught you Bastrika. Bastrika, actually children should do 20 times in out and relax. Then again 20 times relax, again 20 times and then relax. So totally 60 times, close your eyes and sit for 10 minutes in meditation. Then all those simply that negative thoughts will vanish away very fast. So this is the best way to eliminate your negative thoughts. See, whenever we get angry, have you observed your breath? It will be very fast, no, rapid it will be.
Yes, ma'am.
You start shouting, you did this to me, you did that to me, I know. You'll start shouting. See, but when you're happy, when you're this one, your breath is cool and calm. So every emotion has its corresponding breath. We can't control our mind, we can't control our thoughts, emotions or feelings, but we can control our breath. Through breath, we can control our emotions, feelings, negative thoughts. How do we control our TV? Through remote, right? So breath is the remote control for our mind, our thoughts, our emotions. So breath is very, very important, plays a very huge role in public speaking and meditation.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
So today actually since the time was less, I made the exercises a little short. Otherwise we can take 2-3 days only breathing. Okay.
Okay, anybody else? Yes, Amna.
Yeah.
Ma'am, is I'm audible first?
Yeah, you're audible.
Ma'am, you were telling in between about the beginner mind. So I missed that one. Can you please, in short, you can remind it?
What beginner's mind is it?
Yes, ma'am.
You want that slide?
Ma'am, it's fine.
Oh, ma'am, no slide.
No. Amna, you will get a recording, child. If there is some part which you have missed, you will get a recording. Okay, let's not go into repetition of what has already been taught. If you have any questions related to what you have learned, then ask, please. Okay.
No, ma'am.
I will share with the recording.
Beginner's mind is like have always that new learnings. I want to learn more. It's not that learn speaking entirely. Like I became TEDx speaker, so I know public speaking. No, it's not like that. Always if we have beginner's mind, we'll be learning more new things in the same skill and we'll start being more innovative. We'll come out with our own new skills. If you have beginner's mind, you will be more curious as you keep going deep inside the skill. So that is beginner's mind. What happens is once we achieve to one stage, we get that expert mindset. That is where our learning and growing stops. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, over to you, sir.
Any other question, children? Oh, okay, we have our darling Uma ma'am with us. Uma ma'am, thank you. Uma ma'am, thank you so much. I mean, it's a pleasure to have you in almost all the sessions, whether camera on, whether camera off. I think Uma ma'am has been one consistent person who has attended all the sessions. Uma ma'am, what do you want to say about today's session?
Yeah. It was really very relaxing for the kids, I assume. No, all these days you had a lot of learnings, and today you could relax and calm your mind and gather all the information and refresh yourself. And Madhavi ma'am has taught us so many exercises to be confident. I'm sure you'll use all these techniques. And thanks, Surabhi, for the wonderful workshops you're conducting.
Yes.
Continue your good work.
Thank you to all of you, ma'am. You have
has the beginner's mindset. She's elder to all of us. See, ma'am is attending everyone's workshop.
Always have an open mind. No?
Yes.
Be ready to learn always.
Yes.
That's how you'll grow.
Okay, thank you so much, Madhvi ma'am, for these wonderful learnings. And we have learned a lot today. And thank you to all the trainers who have been here. It was indeed a lot of learning for my kids and me as well. And I will make it a point that in future I keep on reminding, I keep on repeating the learnings which you have shared with the kids, so that because they are kids, right? They have a tendency until and unless they are not out of sight, out of mind, right? So I will make it a point that they keep on doing these exercises. And Madhi ma'am, do you have any last words for the kids? What do you think these kids, what are the capabilities of these kids?
As I said in the beginning itself, they are already confident. Only thing is they're somewhere they're stepping back, thinking that they're not confident. So that's why it's like mind mapping, to where you get the clarity, and also breathing exercises, where you can grow super fast and become a role model to somebody else. So I want to see you all as a role models to someone else. Somebody should tell, like how you all said, Surabhi ma'am is my role model. So somebody should tell that Dhriti is my role model. Amina is my role model. Everyone here is my role model. So all of you, I want to see you in that stage. And today I've shared a few techniques. So all the and share your ideas, values, and thoughts. Okay. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, let us quickly unmute ourselves together and just say we love you, Madhvi ma'am. We love you a lot. Together at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Start.
Love you, ma'am.
Love you, ma'am.
Thank you.
We love you so much for such a wonderful section.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, kids. Have a nice day. Okay.
Good afternoon.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.